The Hawk. It's a hawk right there. If you can see it, right there. The Hawk of Heru. This is as far as I can zoom in. If I get out, I don't want it to jump off and just run off anywhere and just fly off away. It's gone. The Hawk of Heru. Ra Horkuit. Unk off the Kunsu. And if you see right here, the peak of a pyramid, right? It went right over the top. There it is right there. Like a focus. I'm inside. Right there on top of that light. See? Right there. The hero's journey, the Heru's journey. Everything that happens to you is meant to for you to happen. But it's like this game I used to play on. There it goes. On this journey, along the way. It's like this game I used to play on Sega Saturn called Shenmue. The journey, the hero's journey or Heru's journey. So when you watch the movie The Lion King, the first one, I haven't seen a new one, but that's what that is. Heru set. Heru set Asar Aset, and that was his journey when he found Timon and Pumbaa. It was they never show anything outside of that journey because you got to go through other countries or other land masses to find that story that goes on past him going through that journey. All they keep giving you is that same story of him fighting his Uncle Set, where really he had to go through his lower self to become who he was. So he had to kill his father. Set had to kill his father in order for Heru to become who he was. In order for him to go to his long journey and to go through damn near the dark side. And remember when he had threw dirt in his eyes in the Lion King movie? Same thing when he had cut his eye out or damaged his eye. If you look at the Michael Jackson picture of the visible cover, hold on, let me pause it real quick. Man, I be telling you, man, sometimes this shit just be happening, right? Nah, it don't just be happening. Ancestors like, you seen this before, nigga. All right. Okay, now look, Michael Jackson's, right? You see both of his eyes, his whole face is on the cover, right? But you look, one is darker than the other. But if you turn it upside down, boom, 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 Michael Jackson was invincible. You know what I'm saying? He knew what was going on. He knew his time was coming. I remember the day he had passed, I was at work. You know what I mean? I remember, I think it was what, 2006, I think, when he passed, around that time. But look, this is the last song he had on here. I'm not even gonna cut. Oh, this is great artwork right here. See? Look, another one. The eye. Not the eye as a physical eye. The eye, when he cut one eye out, so he had to use one, he had to really strain the other eye, which is the first eye, not the third eye. We call it the third eye because we're physical beings, but the first eye is your mind, right? Okay. Now the thing is with me, I'm not even gonna claim something without, you know what I'm saying, all the time. You know what I mean? The thing is with me, if somebody gave me some information, I'm always gonna quote my sources. When I show a book or something, I always show the front of the book and the author too also. So, Threatened, right? If you ever get this album, Mike's last real full album when he was around physically, get this album. Bobby Hemmett, he used to always send his lectures after this album came out. He said, check out this song. Check out this song by Michael called Threatened, right? All right, called Threatened, all right? And he's saying, I'm going to go into some of the words if I can find it. Okay. All right, Rod Sterling he did an intro for it. And I'm going to read it. Every time I do a book or read a book or anything to y'all, I'm going to show you everything I'm reading so you know it's not fabricated, something that's just coming out of my mind. Rod Sterling intro. Tonight's story is somewhat unique and calls for a different kind of introduction. A monster had arrived in the village. The major ingredient of any recipe for fear is the unknown. And this person or thing is soon to be met. He knows every thought. He can feel every emotion. Oh yes, I did forget something. I did. Oh yes, I did forget something, didn't I? I forgot to introduce you to the monster. He was talking about Michael Jackson, right? So the monster, when you saw Thriller, the Thriller album came out the same year I was born, 1984. Crazy, right? But everything correlates to itself. You know, it all comes back. But I'm going to get right to the end, right? All right. Now, Rod, you have, let me see. All right, I'm gonna read the words to Michael Jackson's. I'm gonna read the words to Michael Jackson's talking. Okay, you're fearing me because you know I'm a beast. 666, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons, which is carbon. Why they say stay away from the mark of the beast? Mark is melanin. You have a mark. It means a dark mark. Mark is the melanin of the beast, right? Watching you when you sleep. When you're in bed, I'm underneath. You trapped in halls, and my face is the walls. I'm the floor when you fall, and when you scream, it's 'cause of me. I'm the living dead, the dark thoughts in your head. I know just what you said. That's why you've got me. That's why you've got to be threatened by me. Okay? You should be watching me. You should feel threatened. While you sleep, while you creep, you should be threatened. Every time your lady speaks, she speaks to me, threatened. Half of me you'll never be. So you should feel threatened by me. You got to think, who is he talking to? The people that wanted to move him out of the way and put a certain other artist in the way, make him seem like, all right, I'm gonna cut short to the bullshit. So they'll take somebody out the way and put somebody else in the way, right? So like Mike, so you put in Justin Timberlake, right? And the thing he did with the Super Bowl, right? How he pulled her corset down and she had a covering over her nipple in the halftime show, right? But she's banned, right? The censorship got way up. But how did he get to perform? What was it? Not the last, but 2 Super Bowls ago. The Super Bowl when it was the Eagles versus the Patriots. But I'm not even gonna delve into even more of that because I'm gonna give away a lot of the shit that motherfuckers know about me, but I already know about myself already. They've been chasing me, tracking me down, doing kind of crazy stuff like putting a lot of chemtrails in the air. It was not even like that. Look, yes, the last few days it's been what 50-something degrees, right? On Halloween, I did this ritual on Halloween's Eve at 3:00 in the morning. So now yesterday I said, I want it to be hot. Look at it, 75 degrees. It was 45 last night. Now it's what? 75 degrees. People looking like, what's wrong with the weather? I'm what's wrong with the weather, motherfucker. Get it to your head. You think of yourself. Wait, you think you're by yourself, but it's my touch you felt. I'm not a ghost from hell, but I've got a spell on you. In one blink, I'll disappear, and I'll come back to haunt you. I'm telling you, when you lie under the tomb, I'm the one watching you. That's why you got to be threatened by me. Rod Sterling verse. This is Rod Sterling talking. Of course, he wrote this for him to say, the unknown monster is about to embark from a far corner out of the dark. A nightmare. That's the case. Neverland. That's the place. Neverland. Remember Peter Pan never wanted to grow up? Remember Mike was a child that grew up in the industry, right? He still was he was still a child. He was able to buy things. All he wanted, he was able to buy things. Neverland. Remember? That's the thing. You're never supposed to grow up inside But you have things outside of yourself that makes you grow up. When you get older and older, you have to go through those things. Hold on. So when you go through those things, you gotta damn near feel like you gotta grow up. But the key is to stay a child on the inside. Stay a child. So I had to learn that. I had to pull myself away from. I got pulled away from certain things, and that made me realize that. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. This particular monster can read minds, be in two places at the same time. This is Judgment Night, execution, slaughter, the devil, ghosts. This monster is torture. You can be sure of one thing, that's fate. A human presence that you can feel is strange. A monster you can see disappear. A monster, the worst thing to fear. Rod Sterling outro. You have just witnessed What you have just witnessed could be the end of a particularly terrifying nightmare. It isn't. It's the beginning. Again, what you have just witnessed could be the end of a particularly terrifying nightmare. It isn't. It's just the beginning, motherfucker.